So now we're going to look at how stereotypes, prejudice, and discrimination are related. So stereotypes lead to prejudice, prejudice lead to discrimination. Okay, so now let's talk about each. A stereotype is a generalization that you make about a group with little or no interaction with that group. So it could be about a member of a group too. So you could say all women are blank, and Leela is a woman, so she is blank. So that's a stereotype, because all women aren't anything except women. It applies for any group. So all bikers, all African Americans, all Hispanic people, all Texans, all Americans, all French people. So any kind of a generalization, that's a stereotype. So what are some stereotypes that are super common? All of these things are super common in our culture. So what we're looking at, what we're trying to do right now is just to be mindful of them so that they don't dominate our communication in any moment. So all women, let's do women since I'm a woman. Okay. All women are bad drivers, for example. All women are bad drivers. Leela is a woman. She must be a bad driver. Leela is a bad driver because all women are bad drivers. Okay, so a prejudice. Stereotypes lead to prejudice. That is a attitude, positive or negative attitude about a person because of a stereotype. So prejudge is what prejudice means, prejudge. So you've already decided how you feel about a person if you have a prejudice based on a stereotype. So based on little or no interaction, you've already decided how you feel about a person. The thing about prejudices is that we all have them because they're culturally passed down, and so it's just part of being alive. So again, the goal is to just be mindful and to uncover our prejudices and be aware of our prejudices, not to deny them, because when we deny them, then we never deal with them. Okay, so a prejudice, all women are bad drivers. I run a pretend I'm two people. There's Leela and then there's this other person. So this person says, well, I run a trucking company and women are bad drivers, so already I don't really like Leela to hire her for my I really don't like the idea of her driving. She's a woman. So the next step is discrimination. So discrimination is how we act out our prejudice and stereotype. So if I have a trucking company and all women are bad drivers, that's the stereotype. I don't really like Leela as a driver. That's the prejudice. So the discrimination would be how I act that out. So when I have a job interview, maybe I don't call her at all, even though her qualifications look great. Another way I could act it out is to have an interview, but to just really be going through the motions with Leela, and to have already decided, because all women are bad drivers, and I don't really like Leela as a driver because she's a woman, that I probably won't spend a lot of time or really even actually consider her. The thing about that stereotype and prejudice and discrimination is this person might discriminate against Leela without even thinking about it, without even realizing that that's the thought process, without even realizing that they have that stereotype or that prejudice, and being completely unaware that they're discriminating. So this is something important to consider culturally when we're talking about culture, both in our daily interpersonal interactions and also in our workplace. So when you think about how could that play out in the workplace and be a problem.